Welcome to this week's Keep Texas Red article, "The Primary is the Real Election," by Joseph Vargas. We are living in a decisive moment in Texas and in America. The battles before us are not minor policy disputes. They are foundational fights over Americanism, the future of Christianity, parental rights, economic freedom, the proper role of government, and the survival of Western civilization. That is why the primary election matters more than ever. In many Texas districts, the primary is the real election. The Republican nominee will almost certainly win in November. That means primary voters determine not just a candidate, but the future Republican elected official. This is not a time for go-along-to-get-along politicians. It is a time for conservative fighters who understand the threat. With competitive primary races taking place across the state, here are several important factors to keep in mind as you decide who earns your vote. Point number 1. Words are cheap. Records are not. If the candidate is an incumbent, start with one question. Have they demonstrated with actions, not just words, a willingness to fight for you? Campaign mailers and social media posts are easy. The real test is how they voted and how they acted when pressure mounted, when leadership pushed, when lobbyists leaned in, when media criticism intensified. Did they vote consistently with conservative principles? Did they stand firm when it was politically uncomfortable? Did they challenge bad legislation, even within their own party? Or did they stay silent when it mattered? Did they compromise core principles for the sake of unity? Did they vote correctly only when it was safe? Neutrality preserves the status quo. And the status quo is not protecting our values. We don't need representatives who are comfortable inside the system. We need ones willing to challenge it. Point number 2. New candidates. Are they prepared for the fight? For challengers and first-time candidates, the evaluation shifts. Are they prepared to face a fierce attempt to neutralize them? Do they understand how political pressure operates? New conservative candidates often face negative labels such as extremist or divisive, funding opposition, attempts to isolate or sideline them. Do they have the temperament to withstand that? Are they disciplined enough not to self-destruct under pressure? In our current political arena, a majority of Democrats, some of whom have infiltrated the Republican Party, are not seeking compromise in good faith. They are seeking submission. Submission and tolerance to anti-Christian behavior. Submission and tolerance to policies that weaken American sovereignty and identity. Submission and tolerance to leftist cultural trends that undermine conservative principles. If a candidate does not understand that dynamic, they will be overwhelmed by it. Third point. Fighters must be strategic. Many first-time candidates bring strong passion to the race, and that is a positive trait. However, passion alone does not win political battles. Emotion without strategy leads to frustration. Emotion, be it anger or excitement, impairs judgment and reason. Look for candidates who are firm but disciplined, courageous but calculated, conviction-driven yet strategic. A fighter is not someone who yells the loudest. A fighter builds coalitions without sacrificing principles and has the endurance to commit long-term. Fourth point, characteristics to look for. When deciding your primary vote, look for number 1, proven courage. Have they taken risks for their beliefs? Number 2, independence. Are they able to resist political pressure? Number 3, clarity of values. Can they articulate what they stand for and what they will not compromise? Number 4, strategic awareness. Do they recognize the tactics used to marginalize conservatives? Number 5, emotional discipline. Can they remain calm under attack? Number 6, long-term vision. Are they focused on structural reform or just headlines? In conclusion, the responsibility is ours. The primary ballot is not about endorsements or personalities. It is about who will stand firm when pressure comes, because it will. If we vote for candidates who prefer comfort over confrontation, We will continue drifting away from the principles we claim to defend, because Democrats have no problem with confrontation if it will impose their will. However, if we choose disciplined, strategic conservative fighters, we can change the trajectory of Texas. The primary is where that decision is made. Choose wisely.